Hey man, what's good YouTube? It's the homie Zenisi, and we here for the first video, y'all feel me. Today's the first day of the Spellbreak beta, and I'm here to just kind of break down the game, give my opinion of the game, and what I would look forward to improve the game, and whether or not you should download the game come release time. But before we start, I do live stream and plan to stream the beta more. If you want to watch more gameplay, feel free to drop by. I'll link my Twitch into the description, and without further ado, let's get started, baby! So before I can give my opinion of the game so far, if you don't know what the game is or about, I'll give y'all a brief description of the game and how it plays. Basically, Spellbreak is another battle royale. Yawn, yawn, yawn. But like, I don't know why these niggas still milk this genre, but it's whatever, bro. People still play it. Let the niggas have fun, I guess. But it's pretty obvious what makes this battle royale different. There's no building, no guns, no bullshit, none of that. You just got straight magic. Feel me? You got the gauntlets, each gauntlet having their own element, and I kind of just list them here right now. So we got fire, ice, lightning, wind, stone, and toxic. Before loading into a game, you are given the chance to choose your primary gauntlet. This primary gauntlet is what you will first spawn with once you land and it stay with you for the rest of the game. You can't switch them out once the game has started. The primary gauntlet is the one located on your right hand, and these gauntlets each have 4 skills that you can unlock as the round progresses and by killing other enemy players. What makes this game even more interesting is the combination effect, which allows spells of 2 different elements to combine and do some pretty cool things. For instance, you can create a tornado with the wind gauntlets and shoot fire, toxic, and lightning into it, creating different effects. But of course, this is not everything. There's plenty of other combinations for you to go and try on your own. Some other notables are mixing stone and fire. As you can see, shooting through the fire with stone gauntlets will leave a trail of fire. You can also shoot a boulder with the stone gauntlets as your secondary spell, and then immediately after shoot a fireball at it to create a meteor effect, making the boulder to explode and leave fire on impact. Or shoot an icicle instead, making the boulder freeze. Now let's head over to the items. First off, we have the boots. This item will increase your run speed. This isn't a necessity to win, but will help traverse the map a bit faster. Next up, we have the belts. This obviously being an important item, as having more health will allow you to live longer in fights. And finally, we have the amulets, which boost your maximum mana. Having more mana will allow you to output more damage during a fight and not run out so fast. This also extends the amount of time you can levitate for. Next, we'll talk about runes. These are special abilities you can use besides your gauntlets. The first rune we have is Shadow Step. Using this ability will make you invisible for a short period of time and dash a short distance. Next, we have Teleport, which is pretty simple. You aim where you want to teleport to, and then you'll instantly be at the location you aimed at, though this does have a limit. Next, we have the Chronomaster. After activating the ability, you have 4 seconds to run around and do whatever before being called back to the marked location. Any damage you took will be healed back to the original health, and status effects will be removed. The next rune we got is called Wolf's Blood. Using this ability will allow you to see other players through walls and increase your run speed a bit. The next rune we got is Flight, which basically allows you to fly for a short amount of time. Crashing into walls, buildings, and anything that stops your momentum will cause the ability to stop. You can also cancel the ability by jumping. Next up, we got the Spring Step. Basically, it's a double jump. You can get some extra air distance when using it. I wouldn't really recommend it, especially with the next rune we have, which I think is really good. It's called the Featherfall rune, which allows you to leap into the air extremely high and slowly float to the ground. This mixes well with the levitation mechanic in this game, allowing for some amazing air movement. For the last 2 runes, we have the Dash rune, which is just a basic dash, nothing special about it, just a normal dash. And then finally the Invisibility rune, which is also a pretty good rune. This is extremely good for trying to sneak up and get the jump on the enemies, or to try and disengage and find some cover, try to heal up from taking damage. And with that, I feel I went pretty in depth about the game and mechanics. That's about all you really need to know to start the game, at least. If you were to ask me what are the best gauntlets to start with, I definitely recommend starting with the ice. I mean, come on, y'all tell me you don't want to be.
Honey! What? Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
Put it away!
Frozone, that's the homie. You tell me you don't want to be. Honey, where's my super suit? But ranking them from like least to greatest, Stone is by far probably the worst gauntlet in this game. Like, your primary fire is you hit the ground and it like it sends like a wave of rocks, I guess, or like it tears up the earth. But like in this game, like everyone jumps a lot, so it's not really gonna hit. So you're not doing anything. You're just freaking punching the ground. You're not doing anything. Like, I mean, sure, you could try to shoot the bullet, but if you see how slow it is, like you're most likely not gonna hit anyone with it. It's not the best to use. Next up, I'd probably put up fire after stone. Fire is like it's good. It has the damage, but like I feel like it's so slow. If that makes sense. Like it's good for like if you get them low, they don't have any shields. Like you could probably kill with it, but like I feel like there's just better options you could use than fire. In the wall, like I feel like the wall is useless. Like it looks cool and shit, but like there's nothing really you can do with it. And then next I probably put lightning. Lightning's like I feel like it's good. Like it has a lot of distance than it should have, I think. And like it does like 3 bursts per spell, I believe. So you can like tase them 3 times and like it's really good for like those people that are just one, bro, and you just can't get them, bro. And like you have the lightning gauntlet and you just tase them and they die. It's a pretty good item. Um, the next I definitely put is wind. Wind is probably the second best in my opinion, of course. Like you do so much DPS, it's crazy. Like especially with max mana, if you take out their shields, bro, if you have decent aim, I'm sure you can be able to get the kill. Like it's like an SMG kind of like you melt their health as soon as they don't have shields. And I already talked about ice. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like if you watch a lot of videos, you'll see a lot of people using the ice gauntlets. It's I feel like the best weapon. It's really good. It does pretty consistent damage and it's fast. Like people like to jump a lot in this game, move around, and like if you can tell where they're gonna go, like you can just melt their health. It's really good. If I'd have to rate the game, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like they do a lot of good stuff to make this their own kind of battle royale, but again, it's a battle royale, so like that shit's old, bro. We got need some new shit, bro. But overall, I've enjoyed the experience so far. It's a pretty fun game. I mean, we've never really had a magic battle royale, so I think that's pretty cool. Like it's a different take on the battle royale series, and I believe that there's still some things that they can improve on though. I know that it's the beta, but I still think I should point it out. The first thing that I thought of is that they should add a queue up time, cause like sometimes, bro, you be in the menu, bro, and you confirm your primary weapon, like I said earlier, and like it just sends you back to the home menu, the main menu, and like that's so confusing. Like sometimes you won't know if you're in a game or not, and then you just magically loading up somehow. I feel like they should add a queue time. Like most other battle royale games have queue time, so I think they should definitely add one. The next one, it might be just like my PS4 or it's because it's the beta. I'm not sure, but like I feel like I get a lot of frame drops. I don't know if it's for you guys too, but like I feel like I drop a lot of frames, especially when there's a lot of shit going on. Like 4 or 5 people just all spamming spells, bro, and like it's just chaotic, bro. And then I feel like the game just breaks. I feel like it's frustrating at times, so hopefully it's just because it's the beta and then like it gets fixed and shit. That'd be cool. And then like finally, I would love to see like more gauntlets. Like we only have 6 gauntlets, but I feel like there could be more, like a water or grass gauntlet. Like maybe in the future. That's what I would like for future things at least. I'd like to see more gauntlets or like a light and dark gauntlet. That'd be pretty cool. And with that being said, that kind of brings me closer to the end of the video. I'm just kind of ranting on by now. But the final question is, should you get Spellbreak once it releases? And I believe if you're really into like JRPGs, RPGs, then definitely give it a try. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. And then like, if you're just tired of getting your fucking ass whooped, getting stream sniped in Fortnite, Apex, you just dog shit at the game, just come give this game a try, just give it a try, see if you like it, And then maybe like, battle royales just aren't your game. From what I've heard and seen online so far, I'd have to find a link to like confirm it, but like I've heard that they're adding a team deathmatch into the game later on, as well as like an objective based. I'm not completely sure about that, but I know definitely that they're supposed to be adding like a team deathmatch kind of thing. So that's gonna be pretty cool, I think, once they add it, and something different than a battle royale, so you guys can play something else. And with that being said, that kind of concludes the video. So thank you for your time, and if you enjoyed the video, you feel me, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright boys, let's go get some dubs. Alright, peace.